Je fais du mieux que je peux avec ce que j'ai. C'est ça que je fais. Je suis vraiment reconnaissante de pouvoir jaser avec Joel Clark de Waupoos Tarts ce matin parce qu'il crée des petits bonheurs sous forme de tarte au beurre qui sont absolument incontournables au Canada. C'est à Waupoos dans Prince Edward County. Donc, il vient juste d'arriver et je vais l'admettre. Hello!
Hi, how are you?
I am so well and so excited to have this conversation with you. Joel,
That's
thank
great.
you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Where am I reaching you now?
I'm sitting in my study studio yoga room.
So I'm at your house.
Yeah, you're at my house. Yeah.
I know you're a very busy man.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm busy in the sense that the business keeps me busy, but not in the sense that most people think of being a busy person, which is answering phones, meeting people, having to run around. I'm not that kind of busy. I'm stuck here busy to make sure that the shop functions.
Okay.
And on top of that, I've got an 86-year-old sitting on the sidelines 24 hours a day with requests. Can you do this? I'd like to go outside. And if I didn't have some of the few people that are around me that um, help taking care of him as well, I'd be finished. There's no way I could do it.
Let's talk though about your story, Joel, because
Yeah.
I want people to understand where you're from and how this came about. How did you get into butter tarts?
The gentleman who I'm taking care of, he was in the restaurant business in the 50s when he was a very young man in Picton. He was given recipes from local farm women and women that came in to help him in his restaurant. And one of them was that butter tart recipe. So he had this recipe and he had this idea that he wanted to go and, start this baking business. And we did it, and it was not easy.
No.
I can tell you. No, what I'm doing now, I took the butter tart recipe from back then, and I've applied it to, present day with a totally different philosophy, which is if it's too expensive, that's too bad. You have to use it because you're going to put the best in there and you're going to make the best for the people. You're going to give people the best. That's ultimately what makes the tarts what they are.
So
And
the secret is the quality of the ingredients.
yes, and it's I mean, as I tell people all the time, I understand why, as soon as you go into business and as soon as you get all of the things that business involves today, taxes, red tape, accountants, HR people, lawyers, who knows what is involved. All of a sudden, it's like, no, you can't put that in there. It's way too expensive. No, we can substitute it for something else. And, and everything gets substituted because in the end, it's money. It's the profit that matters. So that's what's destroying things. And in my little bubble here, I'm able to say, no, no. I don't, if it costs more, too bad. That's what I'm using because that is what has to be used.
And ultimately, customers, from what I understand, they taste the difference and they keep coming back.
That's the nub of it. That's the key to it. And I could give you all kinds of stories. People say amazing things. And one of the things I hear all the time is, oh, my grandmother made butter tarts, but nobody can equal the butter tarts that my grandmother made. And then they go, until now.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you receive that? How do you take that in?
Oh, well, I'm like, the comments of my customers, I wouldn't still be doing this if I didn't know how much it touches thousands of people.
Mm-hmm.
And And the joke of it is, it's like I'm in a cardboard box on the side of the road selling lemonade. Like that's the level I'm at, right?
But
You know,
people
I'm
love that, Joel. There's this instant connection with your product because it's so human scale.
yeah, absolutely. And the other thing is that like as I tell people, like every single tart passes through these hands. I roll out every single tart. I put every single tart in the shell. I fill every single tart with whatever there. I bake it to the, you know, so it doesn't burn, and you churn it and you do all this stuff. I have to say that, well, some people look at me and they go, wow, like you're nuts. And at times I think, wow, this is crazy. Then I think, this is the way it was done for thousands of years. I'm a history guy.
Yeah.
You know, 100 years ago, you spent your whole life like this. And you know what? It was good. It was great. Like, oh, even in the last few week, I said to myself, you know what, man? You are so lucky. You are like, you are so lucky because you've not been drawn into this corporate world of, you know.
Yeah. Do you feel as though sometimes you're preserving history through what you're doing, through that recipe that was handed down to you?
Um, I would say it's back to the future.
Oh, I like that. Because the
I
future
think,
lies in our
yeah, this is coming from the past, but I truly believe that when people start to find themselves again, and I think society is very lost, I'm sorry to say. For certain, you know, I'm a philosopher, and I'm for profound reasons, you know, materialism and things that have no depth drive society. And I think that when they start to get back to doing real things and not being so obsessed with becoming the multimillionaire, right? I mean, just you can have a good life.
Well,
But
you're living proof of that, Joel, because that model that you put is bringing people from all over Canada and elsewhere to Waupoos, to Prince Edward County. What then do I wish you for the future? Because you're getting more and more customers. People are truly interested in your product. You only have two hands.
yes,
How far are you willing to go, and what do I wish you?
well, some exciting stuff is I can feel it brewing only in that this close person who is helping me has another friend who's a graphics guy who works for Hollywood, and he said, oh, I'm going to totally design your logo so that we can put it on clothing.
Oh,
yeah, and I don't know. I just have this feeling down the road. I see a restaurant with a bakery, with a gallery, because I'm also an artist, with a clothing shop, and it all ties everything together, and it makes a statement about the past, and it's a statement about love, and it's a statement also that transcends, and this is extremely important, all nationalities, all sex or divisions of people of what any kind. Cultures are adored, their traditions are adored and preserved, but they do not become points of hatred.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's the kind of guy I am. Yeah, that's really what drives me, because I love that. Yeah.
It's very
So
inspiring, Joel. You bring
yeah,
a lot of love, you bring a lot of pleasure to a lot of people with your tarts, butter tarts, something that I find so
yeah,
simple, yet filled with so much joy and
yeah,
high quality ingredients, as a matter of fact. Joel,
yeah.
thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate it. Merci.
Lovely talking, Allison.
All right.
Merci. Au
Bye bye.
revoir.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.